The institutions, the big brands, the companies that people used to look at and compare themselves to are now gone, or they've been totally invalidated. They've been ruptured, and no leadership has kind of taken and filled that gap yet. It's a state of flux. It's a change time.
People come to us because their business models that they grew up with and that they became really successful with are changing. And we're not really sure what those models are going to look like in the future.
Structures have changed. The platform, the playing field has been ruptured. And the economic collapse the last couple of years is just a byproduct of that. But technology has essentially leveled the playing field. There's globalization now, and what that means is that anybody with a $400 laptop can get into your trading area and compete with you. It means that the ways that you can market or communicate your message have become very inexpensive, and there's so many of them now that it's overwhelming. Our clients are the leaders. They're the ones who are piercing through that chaos and leading the charge.
So they come to us out of a bit of confusion. They have a lot of success behind them, and they're not really sure what they're going to do with that in the future.
The good news, though, is that there's tremendous opportunity. All this confusion, all of this chaos has made tremendous opportunity for the guys with a vision, with clarity around who they can serve and how they can leverage what they have, which is exciting. The problem is our entrepreneurs don't often know which solutions are a fit for them, which ones aren't, and how to take advantage of them in a way that makes sense, that aligns with them as human beings, as people, and is a fit for the market that they want to serve.
So our clients come to us and they need direction, they need focus, they need clarity so that they can put their energies in the right place. The Wisdom Link is an intellectual capital development firm.
The Wisdom Link grew up out of this idea to serve this extraordinary group of entrepreneurs. It was a really daunting task to think, wow, how could we help these guys, these change agents, these powerful people in the world? What we recognized is that we wouldn't be able to catch up with them ever as it pertains to their wisdom. But what they needed was a collaboration partner to take that wisdom and do something with it. They've got all those tools. They didn't need someone to come in and act like we knew as much or more than they do about their industries or their capabilities. What they needed was somebody that could get it out of their heads and put it into an actionable format so they could leverage it, they could broadcast it, they could take it to market. And so the Wisdom Link is a mirror and a filtering device to kind of capture that and then point it somewhere effectively.
How are they going to take their business to another level? How are they going to put more of themselves into it? What does the next stage of their business and their lives really look like?
I really want to see some ideas that have been coalescing, condensing into form. I really want to see these ideas make their way into the world.
There's a lot of people out there foisting new ideas, but nobody's standing up and saying, hey, I'll be counted to actually help you get it done. And that's where we really situate ourselves.
There is no limit to resources and cool marketing things you could do. How do you get this client? How do you do that? What new technology should you be using? So they are collectors of these ideas. And they come to us and say, we have all of these things we could be doing, but we're not really sure what to do first.
So we're a resource for them. We serve them with their agenda, their ideas, where they want to go, and we do the heavy lifting. We roll up our sleeves, we get in the trenches, and we help them get things done so they can get in the marketplace and do what it is that they were born for.
We are specialists in getting into the minds and the experience of an entrepreneur and extracting the wisdom. We harvest that wisdom and package it to give them an unfair advantage in the marketplace. What we recognized is that an entrepreneur's wisdom really is their greatest asset. So how do we maximize that asset? Well, we need to get it into the marketplace, first of all, so that clients and customers can recognize that wisdom and benefit from it. Then we also need to make sure that it goes into the company itself, not just for the entrepreneur to have and to know and to use, but for the company itself to become a wisdom-driven practice. So this is a company that is absolutely infused in all areas with the wisdom that the entrepreneur holds. We define wisdom in 3 different areas. So people have wisdom through the worldly knowledge, like the things that you learned at school, basically kind of leveraging information that's already in the world. And then there is firsthand experience. So you live your life, you do things, you learn from those things, you can apply them in the future. And then there's intuition. So it's this innate knowledge that you have. It's knowledge that you were born with. So you take those three areas of knowledge, and wisdom is about recognizing them and applying them to your future.
Innovation Lab is really the singular focal point to begin to attack the marketplace with your wisdom.
We created Innovation Lab because entrepreneurs need great clarity, focus, and direction. And that's really what we start with in the Innovation Lab. Prior to our client's visit, we have some preparation tools. We have the Wisdom Harvest tool and also their Innovation Lab workbook. So there's a little bit of work to do prior to the day so that we can get the most out of the day. We then have a preparation call to go over logistics and make sure they have all of their preparation material, answer any questions, that kind of thing. And then our clients come to Oak Park for the day. They come to our office and we spend the day together.
It's a day structure where the client comes in and we help them build what we call a wisdom platform. And this is a simple structure. It has sort of like a compass. It has 4 points and a centerpiece. The centerpiece is the client's prime function. What are they on the planet here to do? What is their real reason? It's their why.
So we get really clear about who this person is. What are they really all about? What are they bringing to the table? And what do they want to do in the world? And for whom?
So that prime function is first. That's the heart. Then we look at the head. So it reconciles both ports. Okay? The market.
Who are you serving really? And who do you want to serve?
The model. How are we going to keep score? What's the financial reward? How's this going to work?
How are you making money? What are all of your options in terms of models that you could utilize? And which ones are actually going to help you to attain your goals?
The message, what do we tell this market so that they're very clear about the value propositions?
What is it that your market needs to know about you?
And of course the mediums. How do we take that market? How do we take that message and how do we take that to the right market? What are the vehicles from a promotional standpoint that make sense for you with your capabilities and also with your budget? So all the things essentially to get this thing ready to go. And then because we're real collaborators for execution, we put it into a timeline.
It's a sequence of steps. I need to call this guy. I need to have this made. Here are the projects that need to be in place and when. Our clients find this to be really helpful.
And we hold the client accountable.
We actually have a software that we use to make sure that that timeline is being serviced, that the milestones that we've set are being attained.
And some of those projects will peel off and take on for them, and some of them they'll go home and attack themselves.
If some of those things on the strategic timeline are things that need to be built, for example, tools within their structure, marketing pieces, products, anything that actually needs to get created, we have the capability to help them. We've got a team of world-class designers and developers to actually run these projects for our clients.
Innovation Lab's design is structured around that singular focus. Get clear and get in motion.
So it's a very practical thought process and structure that we've created specifically for entrepreneurs.
What clients get out of Innovation Lab that I enjoy the most is we actually help them give permission to themselves to put more of who they are into their business.
One of the great gifts that I get out of working with John and Rochelle is an insight into who I am that suddenly transforms itself into a business plan. It's the most remarkable thing in the world.
And to know that it's still going to meet all the criteria of a sane, sensible, practical, money-generating business. My guys are very ambitious, but what they won't do is just chase a buck. They want to have themselves in their business, and to see them say to themselves at the end of the day, wow, I could pour all of myself into this business and take over. That's the best of both worlds. That's really what is the most fun about Innovation Lab for me, is to see that person say to themselves, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be fun and lucrative and a pleasure to pursue. And all the hard work, it'll be a joy.
It's remarkable, and it's really, really fun.
One of the things that we've learned is that entrepreneurs who come to our little sanctuary of creativity here is that they go back to their worlds and they get bombarded with stuff. I mean, they just from coming for the day, there's emails that come in while they're in the office, and they come back to a world that's waiting for them and has demands on them. And so we've built an accountability structure so we can keep the spirit of this day alive and keep them moving forward, which is imperative because this is their right state. When they're coming here and they're getting clear, this is who they want to become. When they go back to their old business with those old messes, that can sometimes take precedence. But they need to be reminded of this future self, this state B they want to arrive at. And so we build a structure, we hold them accountable, and we have them help us so we can have delegated to our accountability team here as much as possible to build things, get things done, clear the path, and keep them moving.
Today what I was looking for, and the reason I wanted to pursue the Innovation Lab is I believe that there's something here that can help me take that, because it's coming from my experience, a lot of experience, that I can take that and bring it to the world. I'm really looking to, I believe that the Innovation Lab can do that for me.